If you speak Spanish, French, Italian, or Portuguese, you already know thousands of English words at the C1, C2 level. But here's the thing, nobody ever told you about it before. So in this video, I'm going to show you some high-level English words that are more advanced academic, and you're going to learn why everyday simple English words are actually a little bit harder for you. Last, I'm going to show you how this works to your advantage whenever you're taking any English test. Here's the problem I'm seeing with my current students. When they sit down to take a test, they start reading and they see a high-level academic English word and they freeze. One of my students last night messaged me saying, "This is so complex, what am I going to do?" Because he saw these words, photosynthesis, vulnerabilidad, and he wasn't making the connection that in his first language, Spanish, he already knew these words very well. He told me this was too advanced and he would never figure it out. These words, you already own them in your first language. They're the exact same words, photosynthesis, vulnerability. They're not similar, they're the exact same. And the only thing that actually changed was the spelling. So what's actually more difficult for you is the basic everyday English words that you're going to have to use when you're speaking or when you're reading a text that's not very advanced. Everyday English like catch a cold, figure it out, mess, get over it. These don't come from Latin. The C1, C2 level, 120, 130 on Duolingo test, the exact same words in English and Spanish. The only thing that changes is the spelling. English is actually just a big mix of a bunch of different languages, and it's trying to pretend to be one language. And everyday English words, well, those tend to come from Germanic roots, which aren't Latin roots. And Spanish, Italian, French, all of these Romance languages, they all come from Latin. So what does that mean for students who are taking English exams? Well, it actually means that C1, C2 level words, those are going to be much easier for you because you own them in your first language. And the meaning at these higher levels, it rarely changes. The higher that an English word is in register, the closer it's going to be to Latin, which means it's going to be closer to your first language. But the lower an English word is, the farther away it's going to be from your first language. So let me simplify this so you know exactly what to do when you sit down to take your test. English basically falls into two distinct zones. The first one is your free zone. These are all of the C1, C2 level academic words. These are free because in your first language, you already use them. They're everyday words in Spanish, French, Italian, and Portuguese. Unfortunately, these are the words you have to study. There's no way around it because they change so much. You have to understand what they say when you see them or when you hear them. They change a lot and they start to morph to look more like the Germanic words. These two zones, we call this register. Register really just means how formal does a word sound. Let's take a look at two examples from my student. Breathe and exhale. These actually mean the exact same thing. Exhale is one part of breathe. But maybe you don't recognize the word breathe because it's an everyday English word. You hear this word when you talk to people and when you interact with them, and you might hear it on communication that's meant for the masses. But if you're at university or taking a biology class or maybe a physiology class, you're going to hear the word exhale. First, because it's more specific. But next, because that's what you're going to see in science books, in textbooks, and university lectures. So, respirar, breathe, exhale, exhalar. One is basic, one is academic. And the academic one, it probably looks like the word for breathe or some part of breathe in your first language. Once you unlock all of these patterns and you start to decode them, then you literally unlock thousands of English words that you can use on any English test you're taking to boost your score. If you want to practice this right now, here's what you can do. Go online, find any English text, look at it. If you see any words that look like your first language, circle them, and then put a line under the words that don't look like anything in your first language. All the words that you put lines under, Well, I can guess that they might be a little bit more difficult for you. Start studying them so you understand exactly what they mean. And if you want specific help building your score for the Duolingo English test, IELTS, TOEFL, well, I left a link in the description where you can take a diagnostic, and in 30 minutes, we'll go through a bunch of activities and I'll pinpoint your problem and I'll build you a custom plan to help you reach the score that you need. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and that's all for today. I'll see you guys in the next one.